Everybody, Brian Boyle here, and welcome to episode 97 of the Mesh Tongue. It is Friday, and it's been a long week. I can't tell you how long it's been, but hey, that's the way it goes, and hey, it's the end of the work week. So, hey, keep those questions, comments coming to me, Brian, B-R-I-A-N at company5, the number 5k.com. I'll be happy to get those questions back and answered to you. So, I had a couple questions that came in. One was, how fast is it? How fast can you return after an injury? And this is one of the questions. And then the second one was, is it okay to run races back to back? So we'll cover those two today. But the first one, how fast do you return after an injury? So in previous episodes, I've covered this a little bit. Now, the problem is that people are always concerned, of coming back too quickly. I'm going to tell you this. You are the master and the captain of your own ship, okay? The master of your destiny. You're going to know how fast you can return basically by reading the signs that your body's going to give you. So, what do I mean by this? If you go out for a run and your pain doesn't get any worse, you're going to be all right. All right? I'd rather have you running and have a little bit of pain, okay, than not running and wishing that you were out. If you go out for a run and your pain gets worse, obviously then we need to kind of take a step back. See what you can do. Maybe it's increasing your cadence. Maybe it's you're coming home and you're stretching. Maybe it's coming home and icing, whatever it may be. But you take it day by day. Whenever you're injured, you got to take it day by day. Don't start projecting, oh my gosh, the book said this, or Dr. Google said this, or Brian said this. Okay, it's going to take 6 weeks or 8 weeks or 12 weeks. I have certainly seen over 19 years of practicing, I've certainly seen people get better in 2 weeks when we thought it might take 8. I've also seen the opposite of that, where it's taken 12, 14, 16, 20 weeks or more, okay, for somebody that we thought was going to be better in a week. Okay, so you got to go day by day, see how things feel. If you're okay today, okay, see if you can push a little bit more tomorrow. All right, if you're okay then again, push a little bit more. But I have an example of a patient that came in. She was in a boot. Doctor said she had a stress fracture. I was like, I don't know about that. I don't know if we've necessarily seen a fracture, a stress fracture. Got her out of the boot, got her running again. She went straight back to running. Had been in this boot for 8 weeks. Had a half marathon in 4 weeks, hadn't run it all in those 8 weeks. She jumped back in, ran the half, and was completely fine. I talked to her after that. Now, is this an exception to the rule? Absolutely. But what it tells you is that things are different for everybody. Okay, so take it day by day. She was able to get a couple long runs in, build her mileage back up. We kind of did it safely with her. We monitored her every step of the way, to make sure that she was checking in daily, see how things were feeling. But that's the key. You got to check in with yourself, see how you're feeling. If you're feeling all right, okay, then you can progress to the next step. If you're feeling worse, you take a step back. That's how it's going to be. All right, and it's not an exact science, folks. Medicine's not an exact science. You're going to know how you feel best. Next question is it okay to run races, one after the other? Absolutely. It depends on the distance, okay? So, I don't necessarily recommend trying to do the marathon a day. There's some folks that are absolute beasts out there, you know who you are, that can run back to back marathons. Those folks get in the record books. The average person isn't going to be able to do that. All right, so, but can the average person run a 5K and then run a 5K and then run a 5K? Well, yeah, absolutely. It depends on how fast you want to run. All right, I've certainly set a PR in a 5K and then the next day came back and doubled in a 10K and set a PR in that. But we were running, 80, 90 miles a week. So to run 5K, not a big deal. Get a night's rest and then come back and run a 10K the next day. Again, not a big deal. I was certainly able to keep that pace for a half marathon. And so it was no big issue. But people get kind of concerned. They go, oh, okay, you think race, thinking like I'm going to go all out effort. Well, depends on how fast you want to run. Also, if you don't want to run a PR, in every race, then by all means, yeah, 5K, 10K. If you're going to run, 10K and then half marathon the next day, whatever it may be, just depends on what you're going after. So, is it okay? Absolutely. Have a reason for why you're doing it, though. Don't just jump into everything. I think that's where people go wrong. They get into trouble when they just jump into something because they think that, somebody's doing this, or I kind of get guilted into this. You're seeing this in a lot of the relay races, the Ragnars. You're running back to back to back. Maybe it's a 5K and a 10K and whatever within 24 hours. So is it certainly possible? Absolutely. So Brian at company5k.com. If you got any questions, send those emails to me. Check out runpainless.com. This is episode 97 and it is Friday. Hopefully you have a great weekend. I'll be back again tomorrow. As I always say, don't go hurting yourself to come back, but we'll see you again tomorrow. All right, take care.